Renters can comfortably afford to buy the typical starter home in just 4 places: Detroit, Tulsa, Memphis, and Oklahoma City. For example, in Tulsa, renters earn an average of $35,000 a year, but only need to make $30,000 to comfortably pay the mortgage payment on the typical starter home there. Comfortably pay, meaning you allocate no more than 30% of your household income to your housing payment. A starter home being single-family properties of less than 1,400 square feet. The starter home used to be the relatively easy entry into home ownership for Americans. In the 1940s, 70% of all newly constructed homes were starters, but as of 2019, that number dropped to 7% thanks to the increased cost of building and zoning restrictions, not to mention demand for larger McMansion-style homes when prices and mortgage interest rates were lower. With so little supply amid record home prices and super high mortgage rates, renters earning the median renter household income in most cities can't afford this type of dwelling, let alone something larger and more expensive. This data comes in contrast to what we highlighted the other day. Well-off renters who commit less than 30% and sometimes 20% of their income to housing might be most likely to afford the jump to homeownership, but they're living comfortable lives as renters, possibly under rent control regulations. So why make the move? But that's not the case for the rest of the renter population. In San Francisco, the average renter household makes $100,715 annually, but would have to make $251,190 to cover the payments on a so-called starter home. This means they're 60% short in the income department. It's worse in Los Angeles, where the discrepancy is 70%. In New York, it's 66%, in Miami, 60%, in Austin, 58%, and in Tucson, 52%, just to name a few. As mortgage interest rates increase, we're at 7.2% on the 30-year, so does the affordability gap. In August, with 5.5% rates, you could buy a starter home and spend less than 30% of your income on your housing payment in 6 cities. Usher in 7% rates, and Kansas City and Baltimore dropped off the list, bringing it to the aforementioned 4. The bottom line is this: the most well-off among us, be it big banks, relatively rich renters, or homeowners who locked in low interest rates prior to 2022, fall into that category because of their financial strength. For much of the rest of the country, the struggle is real. The struggle to generate income on savings, the struggle for upward mobility, which we often define as becoming a homeowner, the struggle to just get by.